I took a lot of positive from the pandemic of 2020, or whenever it was. And during that time, I created pillars of positive mental health. And in this video, I'm going to share those three things which still stand today. My name's Andy, and in this channel, I share my reflections, my thoughts, and also any life hacks that I've got of being over 50 plus years on this wonderful planet. So, October 2019, thereabouts, I started recharging my mindset, thinking about how I can improve things in my life, in my mind. And in October 2019, pre-COVID, I decided to stop digesting the news in all formats. That was the radio, which I'd turn off if I was in the car. That was on the television. Any format that the news came through, I stopped digesting it. But what I found was I didn't need to know more than half of what was being ingested by myself. And if I did need to know, then somehow the director of the universe would get that news to me. And I can't maintain that to this day. To stop digesting the news. If you need to know, you'll find out. Generally don't need to know. The second thing is cleansing your social media feeds. Now, I know social media is the be all and end all. It's how we all communicate. It's how we find out about each other. But again, most of that stuff is of no value and it's probably draining you. Now, when I say cleanse my social media, I mean you don't have to unfriend people if you're worried about them finding out. They won't, by the way. But you can unfollow people. It stops all their stuff coming on your feed, because the negativity and the stuff that's put on social media isn't the social media's platform's fault. It's the people that put it on. And I'm sure at times I was guilty of it too. But we don't generally want to know each other's business, do we? And there will be people that drain you. Those people that go on the magical, once in a lifetime, multi-thousand-pound holiday with their family, but they want to tell you about the 3-hour delay they had at the airport. I use that analogy because I've seen it. But there are those type of people that will drain you, that want you to know how victimized they are. So you can unfollow those people. You can also remove yourself from groups and forums that maybe do drain you as well, that don't give you that positive vibe. You can stop liking and following pages that maybe you were into at one point, but you're not anymore. They're adding no value to you. And by the flip, you can also look at people that are overly positive. It's wonderful to have a happy, positive mindset. But we know that you cannot be happy and positive all the time. It's just not possible. Life isn't like that. There are good days and bad days. That's the fun of it all. So those people that are constantly measuring and telling you that their life is wonderful and everything's amazing all of the time, unfollow them as well. Because that type of positivity you don't need, because I know for sure that it will be setting a comparison mindset for you of which you won't feel good enough. And again, these are thoughts we don't want. So we've got the two things. We've got stop digesting the news and cleanse your social media feeds across the board. The third thing, which actually is two parts and you can either choose one or do both, is meditation and or getting out in nature. For me at the moment, getting out in nature is probably the primary one. Well, it is the primary one. Specifically into woods and forests and trees over meditation. And I have done meditation. I've just let that habit go a little bit for no apparent reason. But I have, and it's one I'll keep thinking I'm going to pick back up again and just don't get round to it. But either of these two things give you that space and that freedom to clear your mindset. And it's really important to get rid of those thoughts. You're already stopping the inputs if you've done the first two steps. Now you have to cleanse what's in there and give yourself space to think about the positive things, the good things, the gratitude that you have, the now. Now for me, getting out and about in nature is vital. to my own mental well-being. And I know if I don't get outside for whatever reason for a couple of weeks, I can feel what I would describe as claustrophobic. Now, I don't suffer with that, but I would describe it as quite claustrophobic. The walls closing in, I get quite anxious. And I know it's because I haven't got outside into the woods, into the trees, just spending time in nature. No headphones, just being in nature, watching, looking, smelling, just taking everything that's going around me. Now, that can be in the local park, if that's all you have, or it can be travelling a bit and getting out into proper forests and countryside. Most of us are ingrained into the urban lifestyle, and we need to get out of that to cleanse our minds and free up the space to think great things. So being out in nature for me, and or meditation, again, a fantastic practice that can help you clear those thoughts and help you come to terms with what's important now and what isn't and what you shouldn't be worrying about, is the third thing. Those three things since 2019 have been three pillars of my own positive mental health. Stop digesting the news, cleanse your social media feeds, get yourself outside in nature and or meditate. Hope you get something from this, and I hope you can install at least one of those into your life. If you want to know what it feels like to be over 55, I did a video on that not so long ago. So check that out. I'll put a link in here somewhere. Have a good one. Catch you later. Ta-ra.